Introduction. Don't lag behind, study and learn real breeding. Without understanding, breeding is not breeding. It's just mating. First, understand the science of breeding. Knowledge in genetics is important. A good practical breeder with some knowledge in the science of breeding will enjoy big advantage, as science will complement art. Learn the whys in gamefowl breeding that the masters failed to explain. Apply deductive reasoning to adopt a new approach to gamefowl breeding, a process that is more scientific and will make outcome more predictable. It's the why that is important, not the how. In gamefowl breeding, people advance observations without any supporting explanations, and many accept such observations without asking for explanations. Yet, these observations must have some grain of truth, because these have been handed down from one generation of breeders to another, virtually uncontested. Actually, breeders during the pre-Mendelian era had unconsciously benefited from an already existing, but yet unknown laws of inheritance of chicken genes. They reached specific instances without being aware of scientific principles. But the master could not tell us then, because they themselves did not know about these principles. Now, we are armed with the knowledge. We will apply principles of genetics to reach specific instances. The application of science allows the chicken industry, meat and egg, in particular, to progress much. Modern-day breeding programs, based on sound genetic principles, facilitate the emergence of better chicken meat and eggs. Why not in gamefowl? Of course, because it is harder to understand the genetics behind gamefowl's fighting ability. It is not being taught in universities. And, the chicken meat and egg sectors are big business worldwide. Gamefowl breeding is not. Giant companies and the best minds are not interested in such expensive research into the genetics of gamefowl. Thus, gamefowl breeding remains mostly an art. But, advancement in gamefowl breeding through science could be done. Yes, through little knowledge of genetics and practical understanding of the gamefowl. The two must go hand in hand. One is useless without the other. That is what we are trying to start doing now. Hi everyone. Welcome once again to Reasons Now Told, a video blog by Ray Bahandiang of RB Sugbo Gamefowl Technology. Our topic for today is right way of starting right. The old-timer's advice is always to start right by acquiring good breeding materials. Well, it is not a bad advice at all. Yes. However, you might as well start by first learning a little science of breeding or genetics. It will surely guide you in producing gamefowl you want. Then, next is to set a realistic goal. Your knowledge in genetics will enable you to set and achieve your goal more easily and predict the outcome more accurately. Finally, you have to understand the gamefowl. Of course, you have to understand the elements of a good gamefowl in order to be able to produce one. After completing these 3 steps, we recommend you are ready to start right. And, keep on doing right. Learn a little genetics, set a realistic goal, and understand the gamefowl. To learn these 3 steps in detail, enroll with the online course Practical Science of the Gamefowl. This course is for bright and serious students of the gamefowl. What are you waiting for? Send a message RBS Premium of FB. Hello. Our topic for today is understanding good gamefowl. No matter what your goals are, and regardless of your capabilities, in gamefowl breeding you have to produce your own gamefowl. The most important thing is to breed for superior bloodline type. A bloodline must have bloodline characteristics. Individuals belonging to a particular bloodline must breed true to type. Type refers to many things such as body conformation, station, size, plumage and leg color, comb shape, and fighting ability. Each breed or bloodline must have a specific type. Bloodline types differentiates an Ausil from a Peruvian or from an American game. This is also why a hatch should be different from a roundhead. It is not, however, easy to set type. Moreover, in gamefowl breeding, wherein fighting ability is most important, you have to proceed to knowing the subject further, because to produce good gamefowl you have to understand what good gamefowl is. What is good gamefowl? To plain cockers and gamblers, a good gamefowl is a gamefowl that wins. They will simply ask, if a bloodline has won in the World Slasher Cup and other big events. Many small-time gamblers or common cockers follow suit and set this as their standard too, although they themselves do not have the capability to join such events. To a peddler, a good gamefowl is a gamefowl that will sell for good profit. That is why these type of gamefowl producers just replicate famous bloodlines and advertise they have pure F1s and seed fowl of such and such. They don't even bother to check the real meaning of pure F1 and seed fowl. In fact, some don't acquire genuine materials, they simply drop bloodline names. However, there are indeed scientific reasons why a gamefowl is good. But only a serious breeder will bother to study these elements so he can consistently breed based on these scientific principles. The elements of a good gamefowl are substance, form, and function. Substance is the genotype. Form is the phenotype. Function is fighting ability and prepotency. The three, in their best perspective, make a good gamefowl. These three are highly correlated. The course Practical Science of the Gamefowl explains in detail what is substance, form and function. Understanding these three elements is the key to producing good gamefowl. For further discussion of this wonderful topic, we are inviting you to enroll with Advanced Gamefowl Academy. Enrollment is going on. This is an online course so you can study at your own pace, time and place. Just send message to RBS Premium on FB. Goodbye, until next topic. Keep on following Reasons Now Told. Our topic today is achieving good substance. Substance of gamefowl is its genotype or its genetic composition. It is important because substance dictates form and function of the gamefowl. An ideal genotype is either pure or heavy with the traits you desire to constitute your bloodline's type. The ideal substance will enable the characteristics you want in your gamefowl to manifest, in order for it to fulfill its function. One vital step is to purify or fix these traits. Once you have identified the characteristics you want in your gamefowl, and you have acquired your seed fowl, you may now proceed to further purifying and fixing said characteristics. The common practice of purifying traits is inbreeding. However, inbreeding minimizes genetic variations, thus it increases the risk of inbreeding depression. Because of this, you might as well avoid inbreeding. Anyway, inbreeding is not the only way of purifying desirable traits. You can purify good traits without resorting to inbreeding. You can purify traits even without inbreeding, and there are advantages to it. You can make desirable traits homozygous or predominant by selective breeding, by positive assortative mating or mating like-to-like of unrelated individuals. If you do this, you reduce the risk of unseen identical battle alleles as in the case of related individuals. However, because you select for the desired traits, you are nonetheless assured that these traits are common in the individuals you mate, and can become homozygous or preponderant even if these individuals are not related. In gamefowl breeding, the word pure is often used to describe purity of bloodline, such as pure possum sweater or pure Sanford yellow-legged hatch. One meaning of pure is pure of a bloodline. But there is another and better meaning of the word pure. Pure of a trait or characteristic. So what really is pure? In reality, being pure of a name is nothing. In true breeding, being pure of the good traits is everything. When a real breeder say that an individual is bred pure, it means it is pure of particular traits that are typical of the breed. This is the kind of purity that makes the substance or genetic composition of the gamefowl desirable. In breeding and genetics, definitely there is pure of particular traits. So, the way to achieving good substance is to purify or fix in your bloodline the traits you desire. You can do this by repeatedly and continuously mating individuals that possess the traits you desire. It is not important whether these individuals are related or not. Indeed, It is better if they are not related so the offspring are not inbred. The important thing is that the offspring possess the traits you want in your bloodline. This topic is discussed thoroughly in the course Practical Science of the Gamefowl. What are you waiting for? Enroll now and breed the gamefowl you want.